The 2K Sports pregame.
Hey, everybody.
View from high above the city that never sleeps, New York City. Happy Halloween, everybody. Trick or treat, it's the NBA. We're glad to get spooky with you tonight. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. The Knicks here to defend home court, playing host to the Western Conference. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one. A year ago, they each came to victory at home and couldn't secure a win on the road.
And this is the first of two games between the two, East versus West, so they don't see a whole lot of one another.
Yeah, and Greg, for me, that just raises the intrigue level. Some matchups we don't get to see that often, so I'll be watching.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Spurs. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there with David Lee, and it's Murray in a point. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Murray kicks to Leonard. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. For three. San Antonio again missing. Thornton dishes to Rose. And the rejection by Leonard. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. They set the pick. Thornton with it. Now Green defending. Anthony, the pass to Boomer. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leonard with the steal. Aldridge kicks to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Leonard's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for the Spurs. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Rose dishes to Thornton. To the inside. Boomer loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Here's Murray. He's covered by Rose. Good. Murray's got his first basket of the night.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
There's the pass to Porzingis. And stolen by Aldridge. Here we go, one-on-one. And finished off by Leonard.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And so it's New York with it after the basket by San Antonio. Shot clock at 3. Here's Rose. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Thornton passes to Porzingis. There's the pick. Here is Boomer. Aldridge is covering. Anthony, no one around. Good on the triple.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Spurs have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Aldridge is screen. Murray kicks to Green. Right side, Lee. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard attacking. Terrific design on the big play. And he lays it in. Leonard's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here is Boomer. Dishes the Rose. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
And from a defensive standpoint, a good foul to save the dunk there.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. San Antonio leading by 3. Leonard dishes to Murray. Screen by Lee. Murray kicks to Lee. Looking for Aldridge. He gets it there. Second chance shot. And the layup falls.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Rose passes to Carmelo. New York, no good that time either. Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against the Celtics in Boston.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
Thornton passes to Boomer. There's a screen. And Thornton kicks to Anthony. Shoots it. And he hits the jump shot. Anthony's got 5 points so far.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Pass to Murray. Picked by Lee. There's the feed to Leonard. Out to the wing. Aldridge dishes to Leonard. Oh!
Touches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Spurs leading by 5. And the wide open shot from Green. Offline with his 3.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
It's better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Now here's Rose. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And also, his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Here's Murray following the score by New York. And the dunk by Aldridge.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And stolen by Murray. And the jam by David Lee.
outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Knicks trail by 7. Outside Rose, outside Anthony. Pass to Bayless. To the middle. And Lee pulls it down. Spurs leading by 7. Leonard the pass to Green. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Rose goes in. Quinn with it. Picked up by Aldridge. Left side Rose. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Green kicks to Aldridge. Kicks it out to Leonard. All sorts of time. He hits the back iron and sinks. The shot. And now it's a 9-point Spurs lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, they've been really active on the defensive end in terms of applying pressure and coming away with steals.
So for the Knicks, Bielitsa, he's checked in for Boomer. And it's C.J. Miles in for Anthony. Manu Ginobili's checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for D. Here is Bayless. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Rose goes in, and good on the basket. Book it.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
San Antonio leading by 7. Ginobili outside. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat. On that.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam.
Boy, the defender might have to put his shoes back on after that move. Wow.
And it's sent back by Aldridge. New York shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Shooting from New York.
And that one falls for O'Quinn.
2 shots.
No good on the second free throw. San Antonio's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Bayless. That is his first foul of the game. .143 left in the first quarter. Aldridge dishes to Lee. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago. You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
The shot's good from Bayless.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Spurs leading by 8. Screen by Lee. Mills passes to Ginobili. Aldridge wide open. He fires. San Antonio again missing. For New York, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Rose attacking. Lee with the block.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been The story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
San Antonio shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Knicks trail by 11. Feeds it to O'Quinn from 10 feet out, and that comes off the assist by Jarrett Bayless. O'Quinn's got his second bucket of the night. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Ginobili. He kicks it to Mills. A three ball. That is good. Mills has got 6 points.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, surrendering too many easy baskets.
And Bayless kicks to Miles. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. It's San Antonio as they wrap up the first quarter with a massive 16-7 run. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And some tough times for the Knicks, but it's clear he's invested in this franchise.
They pulled all the strings to get me here, and I wanted to be here. And yeah, I want New York to be that place where guys want to come play in New York, you know, and I want to retire in New York. I mean, let's just be quite frank.
Knicks fans rooting for Carmelo to help make New York a playoff venue once again.
And you know what? It's going to take a lot more than Carmelo playing strong to get the Knicks back into the playoffs and to make them a destination to where NBA stars want to come.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Spurs team out there.
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Mills and Manu at the guards. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Bertinason at the power forward position. Here is Bayless. 11 points for him in that last game against Atlanta. Passes it to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5, and he gets it to go. Porzingis has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Knicks. San Antonio leading by 10. Mills dishes to Ginobili. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. There's the pick. Now Mills. 6 points for him. The turnaround Jay, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Mills has got the lead up to 12 now for the Spurs. Here is Bayless, covered by Mills. And there's the pass to Porzingis. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The Knicks have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Daniel Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. D comes in for Patty Mills. Murray, the pass to Bertens. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Spurs lead by 14.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's Porzingis. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways. Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
And so it's San Antonio with it, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. Number 1, the Spurs.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized.
And New York making a change here. Rose is checked in. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. No luck. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip. Outside, Green. Here's Ariza. Off target from outside. Knicks trail by 12. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Down low. And it's denied. To the wing on the left. Here's Pertinis. It's good from long range. 6 points for him.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Thornton passes to Porzingis. Back to Thornton. And he banks in the layup.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
So it's the Spurs now, following the score by New York. Murray, no good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Anthony right side. Ariza with the rebound.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella. When he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Rose. He dishes it to Carmelo. Here's Porzingis. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Oh, we got a moment to look back to last year's Spurs right now. First in assists, first in steals, and they were #1 in blocks. An intimidating defensive squad.
And back to those assist numbers. I mean, they were maybe the most enjoyable team to watch in the league last season. Just the way they moved the ball, the fluidity with which they operated.
Boomer, he's checked in for New York.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Here's Murray. Down low, Ariza. Anthony with the defensive effort.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Floats a runner. Green with the block. From deep, Thornton score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. San Antonio leading by 9. Here's Murray. The Knicks pull it in.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot.
Now, here's Green. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. That's good.
They brought up their 3-point percentage this quarter. They're shooting it well right now. The defense may need to think about making some kind of adjustment to slow that down.
Pass to Porzingis. They set the pick. Outside Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a missed layup. San Antonio's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Here's Murray following the score by New York. Outside, Green. Murray, the pass to Bertens. Deflects the pass. Here's Ariza. It's deflected. They retain possession. It's Anthony with the drive. That's good. Anthony's got 9 points.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And Green gets it to go.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Rose kicks to Thornton. Porzingis passes to Anthony. Inside. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Murray. Ariza has the open look. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Now here's Anthony. 23 points for him the last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Murray. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
So it's the Knicks now. After the basket by San Antonio, they set the pick. Rose passes to Boomer. Here's Porzingis, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
To the wing right side. The kick out to Rose. 1:43 left to play here in the second quarter. And he gets the bucket.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Here's Murray. There's a screen. The drive by Green. Knicks with the rebound. Boomer's got his 4th rebound in this one. Rose kicks to Anthony. It's blocked. He shoots again. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Boomer.
40. 52.
San Antonio's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Rose, that's good.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control, and I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
So New York ends up going with the new group.
And while we have a moment, let's check the stats for LaMarcus Aldridge. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season put up about 19 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy, all elements working together. The game is coming easy to him right now.
Here is Bayless, covered by Mills. There's a good screen. Miles, that's for two. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here is Bayless, covered by Mills. 11 seconds left here in the second, and there's the call on Ginobili. That is his first foul of the game. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the first half. Leonard on the wing. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in.
Well, David, obviously.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 13 points and 1 assist. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
Well, right now, they're getting a little embarrassed on the defensive end. They got outshot in the first half. But that's because no one put...
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the...
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast.
Leonard playing extremely well. 13 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
It wasn't a good one. Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then it's Thornton. Then it's Boomer. And it's Rose in at point guard. So that's who Scott Skiles starts the second half with.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Porzingis passes to Thornton. Here's Porzingis. Aldridge is covering. It's... good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. The next hit, 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there. Spurs leading by 12. Lee kicks to Leonard. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Right side Rose. Anthony in the corner. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And 12 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Here's Murray. A second chance effort. Lee. And the layup is... good. And the Spurs lead by 13.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4.
Pushes to Thornton. Kicks it to Carmelo. They set the screen. Passes to Boomer. Shoots from the baseline. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Murray the pass to Aldridge. And it's San Antonio with another.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Knicks trail by 13. Rose kicks to Thornton. Here's Porzingis. Great D that time from Green.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Murray dishes to Green. Spurs working the ball around now. Aldridge drives in. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, how about LaMarcus Aldridge in this one? He's got 8 points, and he's been a brick wall today with all those blocks.
You got that right. He's giving them serious doubts about bringing the ball to the rim.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. New York calls timeout.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Here's Rose. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Rose has got his third basket of the night.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
San Antonio calls timeout. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Spurs leading by 13. Here's Murray. Outside Leonard. The three ball. And the shot is good. Leonard's got 20 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Now here's Rose. He's covered by Murray. The dish to Thornton. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA. Number 1, the Spurs.
The way these guys moved the ball offensively was really a joy to watch. Great teamwork and unselfishness, and that's why we saw those great assist numbers a season ago.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Off the pick, and Anthony lays it in. Anthony's got 14 points for the game.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
Aldridge left side. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by New York.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Back to Thornton. From the arc. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 6 assists here tonight.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Knicks trail by 15. He feeds it to Thornton. And stolen by Aldridge. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Murray, the pass to Leonard. It's stolen by Anthony. Dishes to Rose. And Thornton kicks to Anthony. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Leonard's got the ball.
Knicks foul.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Wayne Dedmon comes in for Lee. And it's Bertanis in for LaMarcus Aldridge. That's tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Rose dishes to Anthony. Rebound San Antonio. Now Murray. He has 6. Leonard with no one around. And again, it's the Spurs. From deep.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
New York's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Rose passes to Thornton. Back to Rose to stop the run. And the shot falls short this time.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Green kicks to Leonard. And the bucket counts, and he's on. His way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Green, and it's Mills in for D. That's good.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Spurs leading by 23. The pass to Bertans. Down low. Here's Dedmon. O'Quinn defending. Dedmon passes to Bertans. Shot clock at 6. And down it goes. Guns through off a wonderful assist.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Here is Bayless. Over to the left wing. Outside for Miles. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Mills passes to Bertans. Here's Leonard. And the layup falls. Leonard's got 32 points.
Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Here is Bayless, covered by Mills. Bielitsa misses.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And now the Knicks on the break. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Well, I tell you what, that is a lot harder than it appears. You've got to get your body angle just right to shield you from the defense.
And here's Mills. He's got 8. There's the screen. Outside Leonard. Now the feed to Mills. Back to Leonard. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Here is Bayless, covered by Mills. Mills with the steal. And he finishes the break with a lay-in. Mills has got 10.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And it's Miles missing.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Ginobili gets a wide open look. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
And Bayless kicks to O'Quinn. Kuzminskis the pass to O'Quinn. Here's Kuzminskis. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
And the Spurs making a change here. Ariza's checked in. For New York, they have knocked down 5 of their 9 attempts at the stripes tonight. Here's the screen. To the paint, up off the screen. Flew off the pick and hammers it home.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Here is Bayless, covered by Mills. Out left to the wing, and here's Miles outside. It's hauled in by Ginobili.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Kicks it out to Ariza. Pass to Mills. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And he... gets it to go. And it's 7 points for Ginobili.
And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Here's Miles. Miles with another miss.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's the Spurs as they wrap up the 3rd quarter with a 13-5 run. Don't go anywhere. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. The Spurs shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit. On the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter. Mills and Manu at the guards. David Lee is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Ariza in at the small forward. And Bayless kicks to Martin. The 3-pointer off the mark. Now here's Mills. Aldridge a screen. Mills dishes to Aldridge. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Aldridge has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Spurs. Now Bayless. Martin the screen. Bayless the pass to Kuzminskis. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Ariza.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
At the line for 2.
The first free throw is good. Rose is checked in for Jared Bayless. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Rose kicks to Plumlee, and stolen by Aldridge. And the call will... be against LaMarcus Aldridge. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
New York's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's Kuzminskis. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Aldridge a screen. Aldridge with a screen on Rose. Just 5 to shoot. Feeds to Ginobili. No good with the triple.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Martin goes in.
That athletic. And that kind of defense ain't going to get it done.
Gee, we don't see those kinds of dunks out of him all the time, but we know he's got it in him.
There's no doubt about that, fellas. I mean, the more finishes like that he gets, the more his confidence will grow.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Outside Rose. Plumlee with the screen. Pass to Kuzminskis. Three-pointer. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got 6 rebounds in the game. Back to Ariza. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Mills, that's a 2-pointer. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Rose dishes to Martin. Plumlee with a screen on Ariza. And it's Martin penetrating. Here's Plumlee, and the layup's good off the glass. The Spurs have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Mills with it. Aldridge with a screen on Rose. Screen by Lee. Ginobili with the 3. Plumlee with the rebound. New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Rose passes to Plumlee. The layup missed. The Spurs shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Here's Ginobili. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Outside Rose. It's deflected. Down low. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
He kicks it to Plumlee. From 13. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. 9 points for Derrick Rose. Here's Ginobili. Aldridge a screen. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Ginobili. Mills with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Shots good by Mills.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Outside Rose to the middle. Banked in off the glass.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. No good. So New York will take it the other way. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Martin with the bucket.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
And here's Mills. Aldridge a screen. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Inside. Dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Fellas, that 2-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt. Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Bielitsa, he's checked in for New York. C.J. Miles comes in for Kevin Martin.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Well, how about David Lee in this one? 8 rebounds and 2 rejections. He's been tough on the inside and displayed great vision with his passing, too.
And you know what? He is the total package today, giving them a little bit of everything.
Jared Bayless has checked in for Rose. The Spurs also with the sub. Berchin has checked in. Kuzminskis the pass to Bielitsa. Here's Kuzminskis. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless.
Next down.
For San Antonio, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Here's Simmons. And he goes up strong with one. And flushes it down.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
The shot's good from Forbes.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
Here's Kuzminskis. Ariza with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Simmons. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Lee. New York's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. And that one's good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did, but boy, that was a nice job.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Spurs.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important. Here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And it always feels good to get that first win in the season series. Going head-to-head twice this year, this will put them up 1-0 so far against the Knicks.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Leonard. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
There's the pick. 36 seconds left in the game. 6 on the shot clock, and Miles kicks to Bielitsa. New York needs to get off a shot. The shot's good from Bayless.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
Here's Simmons. He dishes it to Forbes. But they recover it. And it falls over the rim and in.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
LaMarcus, it looked like the team and you were really feeling good out there, making things happen at both ends of the floor.
It was fun for me, I think guys are, finding their rhythm and, crashing the boards, making shots, and I think just, being good down there.
Well done, LaMarcus.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard. He simply had a dominant third quarter, and it quickly became apparent he wanted to exert his control over the tempo of the game.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show.